Hello. Did you know that in humans, rabies is almost 99% fatal? Yeah, this video is about rabies. Rabies is spread through infected animal bites. The incubation period can be anywhere from days to 6 months, but usually once symptoms develop, it's pretty much over. You're pretty much dead. There's only 15 people on record in the world that have survived rabies. One of them was 15 and had to be put into a coma so she could heal, and then she did survive. But basically, the way rabies spread is through an infected animal bite, which causes an infection, and then the virus spreads to the brain, the central nervous system, where it causes encephalopathy, which is brings inflammation and swelling and stuff. Some people used to call it hydrophobia because it made them appear afraid of water, because rabies causes intense throat spasms that can start when even thinking about water, which gives them the appearance of being afraid of water, but actually they're afraid of swallowing, which is what gives the foaming of the mouth appearance. They do have a shot for rabies, so if you get bit by an animal, you usually go to the hospital and just or the doctor and get some shots. And then you're usually fine, but if you don't get shots, you might get rabies. It's important to clean the wound with soap and water and quarantine the animal that bit you. Get it tested too. The CDC recommends quarantining an animal with symptoms for 10 days, and if it's still alive, it's not rabid. Basically, quarantine it like it's the pandemic and it's got COVID. Gosh, I wish it was just like COVID, because COVID, a lot of people can live from COVID. There's only been 15 recorded cases. Anyone who's ever survived rabies. But I thought I'd make a video about this because I'm really knowledgeable about this fat disease. Because I don't know why, but I've done tons of research on this disease. It's usually more common in poorer countries, and 63,000 people still die of rabies every year. There was one episode on Cosmedy about a woman with rabies. She was a homeless chick who got bitten by a bat. And she bit Foreman. There was some crazy stuff. Turned out her husband had died in a car accident, and so did her son. And she blamed herself because she was the driver, which is sad. So Foreman pretended to be her husband and said, "I'm here to forgive you." So that's how she ended up homeless. But generally, rabies spreads to the brain, and that's, the whole bite thing. Uh, Rabies makes animals extremely angry, aggressive. They even call it the rage virus, even though it's called the Lyssavirus. I think it's called Lyssavirus. Basically, rabies is a virus. There's technically no cure, but there has been a few people who have survived the virus. It causes rage, foam of the mouth, hydrophobia, and sedatives don't work as well. Stuff like that. It's an infectious disease, so that's technically in House's ballpark. But there's very few cases in the developed world, such as America, usually because it can be prevented with shots. There's a vaccine for that, but no actual cure for rabies. It causes death pretty much as soon as symptoms start. You're very likely to die once you start showing symptoms. So it's not a fear of water, it's a fear of swallowing. A good example would also be there is one tribute that gets rabies during the 10th annual Hunger Games because he was bitten by a bat. See, bats again. Seems like that's a common cause in America, at least. Because he got bitten by a bat on the train and then ended up with rabies. Turned against her and tried to kill her because she gave him water. Even though the water is how she won. So, there's that. Then he became peacekeeper. District 12. I hope you don't mind that I'm making this video on a webcam. I'm still pretty knowledgeable about all these things about rabies. So basically, Cujo tried to attack them because he had rabies, which gave him rage. And he attacked them, and they had to hide in the car. I don't know why they didn't just something heavy and hit him in the head with it. It's like, shoot that dog, please. Seemed like Cujo was a good dog until I got rabid. So, there it is. I hope you don't mind that I'm using the webcam to film this. I still think the camera quality is pretty good. And my eyes look amazing in this light. Anyways. So, it spreads through the body into the spine and into the brain. There's no cure as far as we know, but there has been some people that have survived rabies. Pets are usually vaccinated, so that prevents them from getting rabies in the first place. But if you find symptoms in an animal, you should quarantine it or take it to a vet. They do get aggressive when they get rabies, so be careful. Yeah, that's why I say quarantine, because it is an infectious disease. So if it, just to be safe, quarantine it if you think it has rabies, so it doesn't attack anyone. And if it's after 10 days, they're not still alive, they're probably fine. So, I'm sorry, I look like Sherlock when I do this. Anyways, that's a video about rabies. I hope you enjoyed this video.